If you think koalas have it bad, meet the sloth, an animal so painfully slow and helpless that it feels like nature forgot to install their update. Welcome back to Life on Hard Mode, where we explore animals living life with settings no one would choose. And today, we're looking at the sloth, a creature that moves so slow, algae grows on it. Let's begin. Sloths move at a top speed of 0.24 kilometers per hour. That's not walking speed, that's your Wi-Fi went out speed. They are so slow that you can literally watch their life in real time and still fall asleep waiting for something to happen. Evolution looked at the sloth and said, "Meh, good enough." But being this slow is not a cute personality trait, it's a death sentence waiting to happen. Sloths live their entire lives upside down, eating, upside down, sleeping, upside down, giving birth, yup, also upside down. Their organs are held in place by extra connective tissue because if they didn't have it, their lungs and stomach would literally shift inside their body and crush them. Sloths have a built-in, don't let your guts fall out, system. That's how cursed they are. You'd think animals that live in trees would be good climbers. Not sloths. Sloths fall out of trees like it's a hobby. They fall, while sleeping, while eating, while existing, sometimes while doing absolutely nothing. But here's the thing, they survive falls from 30 meters because they're so slow and floppy that they basically bounce. They're too relaxed to take fall damage. Sloths only poop once a week. And every time they do, their risk of being eaten skyrockets. Why? Because they have to climb down from the safety of their tree, walk to the ground like an idiot, and poop in a little hole. It is the one time they touch the ground. And predators know it. Up to half of all sloth deaths happen during poop missions. Imagine living a life where using the toilet is a near-death experience. That's sloth life. Sloths only eat leaves. Not just any leaves. Boring, low energy, not even worth chewing leaves. Their food is so nutritionally terrible that they digest it slower than any mammal on Earth. One meal can take a month to fully digest. Their stomach is basically a slow cooker with fur. Sloths are not the smartest. Their brain is tiny, wrinkled like a forgotten raisin, and runs on the biological equivalent of airplane mode. Sometimes sloths mistake their own arm for a tree branch and grab it, and immediately fall. Imagine having the IQ of a wet sponge and the reflexes of a dead one. That's where sloths operate. Since sloths can't run, fight, or react, the list of animals that can kill them includes jaguars, eagles, ocelots, snakes, humans, gravity themselves. Sloths don't escape danger, they just hope the danger gets bored first. Sloths are so adapted to hanging in trees that when they touch the ground, their arms and legs turn into useless noodles. They don't walk. They drag themselves like a depressed mop. Watching a sloth move on land is like watching Windows 95 boot up. Slow, painful, sad. Sloth fur absorbs water like a sponge. And since sloths weigh almost nothing, a heavy rainstorm can literally make them too heavy to climb. Imagine being so weak that rain is a final boss. Sloths move so slowly that algae grows on their fur. Moths live in their fur. Bacteria thrive in their fur. They are basically mobile houseplants. Nature looked at sloths and thought, mammal, nah, let's make a mossy tree potato. Here's the twist, sloths have been around for millions of years. Despite being slow, being dumb, being defenseless, moving like a dying Roomba, pooping themselves into danger and eating food that hates them, sloths are still here. Why? Because they're masters of one thing, not being noticed. They're so slow that predators often overlook them. And their algae-covered fur works like a leafy camouflage cloak. Sloths might be terrible at life, but they're great at not dying. So let's recap. Sloths are animals that barely move, digest food slower than paint dries, fall out of trees, constantly risk death every time they poop, can't walk, get attacked by eagles, grow algae, and mistake their own hands for tree branches. If any creature is living life on the hardest possible difficulty, it's the sloth. Thanks for watching Life on Hard Mode. Like, subscribe, and comment if you want more videos about animals that nature gave up on halfway through designing.